Hi, I'm Greg with BTOD.com and the Break Room blog. Today we're bringing you another stability test. This time it is for the Steelcase Series 7 electric standing desk. Now this is a Steelcase product, however it does feature the Linac DL4 column. The Linac DL4 column is actually discontinued and Linac is now producing what they call the DL4S. However, the desk that we received from Steelcase did include the older model. Now I would imagine since they have discontinued production at Linac that once Steelcase has used up all of their inventory that will eventually switch to the DL4S. If you'd like to learn more about the DL4S, that is currently being used on the X-Desk Terra, formerly known as NextDesk. Now we're going to get into our stability tests. If you've watched any of my previous stability tests, you know we look at really two different motions. The first is a left to right or a wobble motion, and that second motion is a front to back or a rocking motion. Now you'll notice below the work surface here, the Steelcase Series 7 does include a traditional cross support that typically will improve lateral stability on the desk. So we're going to get right into it. The first motion that we're going to test is the wobble test, or the left to right. Now I have the desk set at about 37 inches currently, and what I have found is that the wobble motion isn't really noticeable until about 40 inches, and that's where you will start to notice it. So at 37 inches, I'm just going to show you kind of what you can expect. At this point, the Series 7 is pretty solid. Now when we take it up to that 40-inch mark, this is where I think you'll start to really notice that there is wobble happening here in the desk. Now it's not significant enough that I think it would impact your work efficiency, however you will start to notice it. Now where I think it will impact your efficiency is when we get up to about that 46-inch range. Now 46 inches is much taller than I would use the desk. I'm about 6 feet tall, so this would be for users that are probably around that 6'1", maybe 6'2" mark. And you can see without too much effort, this is where that wobble motion becomes fairly bad. And now you can see it starts at the base. There is some issues that we have with the foot design that they've come up with, which is an extruded aluminum tube. And then we also have some issues with a two-piece in the cross support here. This is actually connected, this portion is connected with two screws. You can't actually see it, but that moves in there. It's creating another point where there is some movement. And then we can actually see in this DL4 column, again, there is movement there, and I can feel it when I wobble it back and forth. Now when we take the desk up to the max height, this desk has a good amount of range with the two-stage column. You can see here, not a lot of effort required, and that motion actually continues on once I let go of the desk. Now the second test that we're going to perform is the front to back, or the rocking test. And what I found actually is we have some of the same issues design-wise that are creating motion with the front to back rocking test, specifically in the foot design. Using an extruded aluminum foot, the entire column is really resting on the bottom half of this aluminum piece, and there's not enough strength there to support the rest of the desk above the foot. And so what we found is during my testing, we've got this at about 38 inches, this is where you actually start to notice some rocking motion. And it's really unfortunate because what we found with the Linac DL4S, which is that next column from Linac, the newer technology, that their column is actually really good. It's very tight. And so if this foot design were better when they got through the inventory of the DL4, that desk would probably have been really solid if they didn't use this foot design. Now what I found is 38 inches you start to notice that motion. 44 inches it has become bad. Now, you know, when I do the one-handed without a lot of force, you can see that showing up on the camera. And so at 44 inches, in my opinion, this desk has a lot of rocking motion. Now at 49 inches, you can see again, it really doesn't take much at all. And this motion starts at the foot and it just transfers up through the entire desk. And now at max height, which is 51 inches, you can see the desk is very unstable. So for users with this particular model, I think if you're under that 44-inch range, which is about borderline for users that are maybe 5'11", maybe up to 6 feet tall, the stability probably won't be too big of an issue. However, when you get beyond that point, I think the Steelcase Series 7 with the current design will be an unstable desk and likely impact your efficiency. Now, if you'd like more information or you'd like the complete review of the Steelcase Series 7, please feel free to visit our website, btod.com/blog for the Break Room blog. Thanks for watching.